Welcome back to another week of Hawk News. I'm Tyrus Williams.
And I'm Madison Cobbs. Hawk News is a student-produced newscast recorded live on the campus of Roanoke High School.
On Saturday, September 30th, our Mighty Hawk Band competed at Midway Marching Preview. The band made it into final and received third place. Congratulations to our Mighty Hawk Band.
On the week of homecoming, each Duke and Duchess nominee supported a charity of their choice. Your 2023 Duke and Duchess winners were Mr. Dickinson's and Coach Heracles. Our Hawk News reporters interviewed the winners.
I'm super excited about winning. I'm glad that I got to raise money for the charity that I chose, which was the ASBCA.
It was exciting, particularly because Coach Heracles and I worked together a lot because, cheerleaders and band. And so it was especially fun to win with somebody that, we already knew each other. And, it's fun for the students to, they put a bunch of work in making flyers and trying to get people to come out and vote with their wallet and stuff like that. We had some kids that really took a proactive approach to promoting the whole thing. And to see them get to have fun with it and get the result that they wanted was really cool too.
The SBCA, so for like dogs, cats getting adopted, raising money for them so that, because I'm very passionate about animals.
I supported the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I recently had a friend from high school and middle school that passed away from a particular kind of leukemia earlier this year. So it's been kind of at the forefront of my mind lately. So anything I could do to support that cause was the one that felt right for me.
I believe I'm a good representation for the school because I go to a lot of events, being the cheer coach here at Red Oak. I'm at a lot of events. I also support all academics, and I help with anything that the teachers will need. I'm just kind of a little bit of everywhere. If you ask people where Coach Heracles is, they usually can't find me because I'm never where I'm supposed to be.
I think I work hard to do my best for the students that I teach. I try to make sure that they have fun with what they do. I try to make sure that they develop critical thinking skills. Those are all characteristics that I think are going to be, positive for others to emulate. So, yeah, I think those are all things that make me a positive role model for that.
The winners for the homecoming court were announced before the homecoming game on October 6th. Your freshman princess is Monica Guzman, and your freshman prince is Johnny Fitzgerald. Your sophomore princess is Alana Dixon, and your sophomore prince is Herman Backus. Your junior princess is Jade Edwards, and your junior prince. There was a three-way tie, as Derek Butler, Ryan Smith, and Taz Williams were all named princes. And your homecoming queen is Brooklyn Sanchez, and our homecoming king is Riley Wycliffe. Our Hawk News student reporters interviewed this year's homecoming king and queen about their experience for running homecoming court.
This week we spoke to the homecoming court winners.
So last year I ran from homecoming court and it was an amazing experience, but unfortunately I didn't win. So I wanted to come back again and finally have the opportunity to take home the title.
I wanted to be homecoming king because my girlfriend was running, and I want to run so we can have memories of high school. As we grow up, we all have something to remember.
I was supposed to run in freshman and sophomore year, but my nerves got the best of me. So this year I was going to run with Jade, so I didn't let her down like I did freshman and sophomore year.
So at first I was kind of running for fun, but it kind of turned into me wanting to do it for my brother since now he is a Marine.
Each winner developed a unique strategy to winning the nominations.
Mostly social media. Just I had to post on social media and everyone posted it and everything.
I really didn't have no strategy. I was just letting everybody do their thing and just seeing if I could win. Like, I think that was my favorite part, just putting the posters and making them, because I get the guy creative.
Just posting on all my social medias and, just telling people like my friends to, spread the word that I'm running.
Voters were naturally attracted to the winners.
I think it's because I'm a very outgoing person and a lot of people know who I am, and so they just did it because they like me.
I was saying because I play with a lot of people for sports, for like football and baseball, and then they told their friends and they told their friends and everything, so it just went like down the line.
I mainly think people voted for me because I'm well known, but it also might have been because I was running with Jade, and Jade's really nice. She's well known too.
Really popular in band and stuff, so that's probably why.
I feel like people voted for me because, I kind of talk to everybody, and I feel like that I am very energetic and outgoing.
For many of the winners, it was their first time running in the homecoming court.
I feel like running for homecoming court was kind of stressful.
Oh, it was pretty good. I liked the people that I was around. Energy was nice.
It was a fun experience. I absolutely loved the other candidates, and they're amazing people. And so I think it's just a fun opportunity, and that everyone should try it at least once.
It was very stressful this year, y'all. Very stressful.
And for many, it was their first time winning.
I feel like I was definitely surprised because, it's one thing to encourage people to vote for you and for them to actually vote for you.
It felt cool. It felt fun because people start to get to know me more and everything. So you start talking to me, so I get more friends and everything.
Oh, I was happy. If y'all seen the video, I jumped up and down for a little bit, but then I forgot.
It felt good. Finally I accomplished something. Because last year I didn't win. So.
Oh man, I was excited.
As winners of the homecoming court, they were present at the parade, watching the homecoming game, and danced at the homecoming dance.
I feel like my favorite part was the game because, we have that coordination, and after that I was with the band for the homecoming game. So I feel like it was a fun experience to be able to do both and to have, people be there and cheer for me,
I definitely think the dance is always my favorite part just because I get to dress up, put on a dress, and get my hair done, and I'm a very girly girl, so I think that's just something that I enjoy doing.
I'll say the dance, it was fun, and we had a good time.
Parade. We was on a boat.
Hey! It'll be the game. Definitely the dance. Had way too much fun with the dance.
Definitely the game because we won against the Waco Lions last year.
Definitely the game. The atmosphere was crazy in that game. The student section was really good, and yeah.
Those who are not seniors plan to run again next year.
I feel like that's something I'll have to think about. I think it'll be fun if I run again, but, who knows.
Do you plan on running again next year?
Most likely, yeah.
That's it then. Thank you.
This one.
Next year?
Yeah. I plan on doing that. Hopefully have a good outcome again. So, yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
High school, even though I'm a sophomore, so till my senior year, and that's just because why not?
Thank you. That's all. I don't know.
I'm gonna definitely run next year since my last year of high school. So, yeah. That's definitely to be determined. We'll see how the rest of this year goes. Then we'll see.
Probably not.
This year's homecoming court was spectacular. This is Keely Jenkins signing off.
The State Fair is open for visitors. While Red Oak ISD students were not given a specific fair day, students could visit the fair on the week of October 13th. Fairgoers enjoyed all the unique food and drinks, fun rides and games, and the fundamentals at the barn, the new vehicles released this year, and one of the many shows they offered. Our Hawk News student reporters interviewed the students who visited the fair this year.
What's your favorite ride at the fair?
The Dr. Seuss one.
The Haunted House ride.
Fish wings.
The Ferris wheel.
The Ferris wheel, yeah. The Ferris wheel. Agreed.
Definitely the carousel. Gotta be my favorite one. The one with the horsey.
What's your favorite thing to eat while you're there?
The corny dogs.
The funnel cakes or the mangonatas.
Turkey leg.
Pancake.
Nachos. Funnel cake. Again with him, funnel cake.
Deep fried Oreos. Y'all ever tried them? Those are so good.
Do you like watching the FFA shows?
Oh yes, I'm an FFA myself. So.
Yeah, they go hard.
I don't go to FFA shows.
Yeah, with the piggy. Yeah.
What's the most interesting thing you've seen there?
Probably the FFA shows and how it goes, the process of it.
The one state fair I went to, they showed lights, their performance. It was actually pretty cool.
I saw a car. I would just say Big Tech's how it got burnt down before.
There is a new D&D club on campus, and our Hawk News student reporters have the story.
This week, we spoke to members of the D&D club.
D&D is basically a pen and paper role-playing game. You get to play with your friends.
D&D, or commonly known as Dungeons & Dragons, is a tabletop RPG game that is typically played in an IRL setting, but you can play it online if you want to.
It is a game and community.
D&D is Dungeons and Dragons.
But D&D is an imaginative game where you can play as whatever character you desire. Like, if you can be a human, a half orc, a half elf, many more.
D&D is Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game. I'm not gonna. It's a game, but it's instead of like, oh, you want to do these things, these are your limited options. It's anything, pretty much. You can solve any problem, however, which is I really like.
D&D Club is a club where you can experience Dungeons and Dragons, and where you can basically role play, create your own character, and communicate with other people, and it's a lot of fun.
In D&D, you can create your own character with specific perks and qualities.
I'm playing as a human monk. My alignment is chaotic evil, so it's gonna add a little bit more chaos to the thing.
I am playing a half-elf paladin.
A human and a druid.
I play as a high elf bard named Vinny.
Barbarian. I play as a monk in my companion.
My character, it's funny because my character, she just tries to be a menace. She does it right. She does fight and stuff for her team, but my character is more focused on being more chaos to the team, so it could be very disorganized.
Well, yeah, besides their half-elf paladin, they're 7'3" for their height. They're 20 in elf years, and they carry 2 rapiers and a shield.
Like the backstory. The backstory about them is that they were a kid, and they witnessed their parents' death in front of them. So my character went into the woods to seek shelter and was taken in by a group of druids.
She just plays music. She doesn't really care what's going on. She's very neutral, She's the main support of the team, I think.
He is a dragonborn and is 6'5". My character is a monk who has gone into a lot of training and is pretty experienced in what they're doing.
Players play through campaigns in their sessions.
When are our sessions? Thursday at after school, and they end at 5:30.
They're usually on Tuesdays afternoon and Thursday afternoons. Different groups, though.
Every Tuesday, but canceled due to band practice and all that.
I do sessions every Tuesday, an hour-ish. There's a group that meets on Thursday, but I'm not part of that group.
Fellow D&Ders were naturally attracted.
My dad was a DM for a long time, and I was never really interested in it, but I wanted to see why he liked it so much.
Because I've done D&D before for homebrew sessions, and I want to see what actual D&D is like.
Because I fell in love with it, and it's a hobby of mine. I joined D&D Club because I've never joined D&D. I've never had any experience with D&D, and having a D&D club in the school is really exciting because then it's my first time ever really experiencing Dungeons and Dragons ever in my life.
I really like D&D. Me and some of my family members play sometimes, but a lot of them work. They have weird schedules and they can't play super often. And I really like playing, so I joined the club at school so I could play more often with more people.
I joined because I heard there was when the teacher said that there's gonna be D&D. I actually enjoy D&D very much, and I play online instead of doing it. I I do know the podcast, and I know how to play it online.
Because I was a bit anti-social lately, and I've just been being negative, so I just basically joined to make new friends and all that.
A campaign is run by the Dungeon Master, who manages the player's whole experience.
Our DM is named Eli. He's a really cool guy. He goes along with our shenanigans, so it's very fun.
My DM is Eli. He's very good at DMing. Like, we already in this where we are right now. We're in the town, going to the quest.
So far, we got nothing done. All right, well, okay, we do mess around a little bit, but just mostly because we roll badly that we get nothing done. We always miss in our fights and whatnot, but it's very fun. That's all that matters.
My team is doing fine. They actually have good storytelling, especially when I try to roll for something stupid. But it's pretty good.
Well, we have made it past the village, and we are in the wagon just doing whatever.
The campaign is good. I enjoy it. We're already in the town, and we're going to turn in the quest so we can get some gold.
Depends on who asks. I'm having fun with it. However, it is not going how the book intended. They already stole a donkey. His name is Albert.
Mr. Corns is also a DM.
Well, we almost killed everybody on the first combat, so that was not so great. As far as the players go, for me, I did great because I almost killed everybody. But that's just the way it goes. Level 1 is really hard to get going. But as they get better at playing and get higher levels and improve, then it's going to be more and more balanced for the players, to the point where it's a little difficult for the GM to even do anything against them. So I got to keep on my toes and make sure I do everything that I need to do. But it's just about them having fun and being able to have some creativity. D&D is just pretty much it's like any role-playing game that you'd have on the computer, except for instead of the mechanics happening behind the screen with programming, we get to do the programming ourselves, and we get to make the mechanics by rolling the dice. So it's just incorporating all the things that you might know about any other game. We just get to do it ourselves and not have to deal with is the programming and working, and it's not so linear. We get to really create something we want our own to be.
I think they're doing pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a player. I don't know. I think they seem like they're having fun.
Mr. Corns is a D&D'er himself.
Well, I had a few students that had made comments that they were interested in playing D&D, and so I previously ran a D&D club in the district, and then COVID hit and that kind of killed it. And then when we came back and students were mentioning interest, I was like, you know what? I think we can bring that back and give the kids an opportunity to play D&D. So we opened it up and started a few weeks ago.
Miss Becerra plays an essential role in the club by allowing her classroom to be used.
I asked around for interest, but mainly it was the announcements that Corns put out. Lucas Corns, who founded the club.
His announcements naturally attracted people.
It really wasn't that hard to get people interested in joining the club. We made announcements just a few times before we actually had our first meeting, but most of it was by word of mouth, people inviting their friends and getting a lot of interest out there. And like I said, we had 25 show up for the first time, and we kind of had to put a cap on that, and we're going to reopen to allow more people to join at the spring semester. But in order to keep the campaign flowing smoothly, we had to make sure that we didn't have a bunch of people just coming and going all the time, because it really messes with the flow of the campaign.
Like Mr. Corns, Miss Becerra also plays D&D.
I'm very interested in D&D. I play myself on the weekends. I'm a big nerd for D&D. So, and also it's a way to encourage people to be creative, to problem solve. It's working on real world skills that can apply anywhere. I watch the kids and I give them pointers if game masters might need assistance, or even players and character creation. But yeah, I'm mainly just there for support.
A bright future is awaiting this club.
Well, as the leader of the club, I make sure that we have GMs organized and prepared to lead their individual campaigns. I provide the students with the necessary documentation they need to be a good GM, and also the students that are just playing, they have all the documentation they need in order to know what role they want to play, what kind of class they want to be, and so there's a lot of information that I gave them, but then once the campaign starts going, I get to sit back and just watch the ingenuity of the players. So,
this is Trulian Ho signing off.
Yesterday, October 17th, was the groundbreaking ceremony at the location for the future second RISD Middle School. There were a few speakers, including Superintendent Branda Sanford, and the projected opening for the new middle school is fall of 2025.
Project Graduation presents a Halloween party to all the seniors to attend. It will take place on the October 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. It will include a costume contest, pumpkin carving, dancing contest, baking contest, a scary movie, and so much more fun. It will take place in the high school cafeteria, and the entry fee is $20. This will include the senior package for those who paid the senior fee to Project Graduation.
The high school will be hosting a Hispanic Heritage Festival on October 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. This is a free family event with music, food, and much more.
This week is Fentanyl Poisoning Awareness Week. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine. Over 71,000 Americans died of fentanyl in 2021, a 23% increase from the previous year. 1,672 Texans died in 2021, a 89% increase from the 2022 with 883 deaths. Fentanyl is impacting individuals with and without substance use disorders. If someone you know is struggling with this problem, please reach out and seek help for them.
When we return, Joseph has your weather report. And now for the weather, Joseph. What are the temperatures looking like today?
Thank you, Madison. Well, right now the temperature is 81 degrees and tonight's low is 35 degrees. On Friday and Saturday, we'll end our week with nights highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s. And for next week's forecast, we will start with high temperatures in the 80s and on Sunday and Monday, cooling down with those 60s overnight. Tuesday and Wednesday morning, we will see a decline into the 70s with increased cloud coverage and a 30% chance of rain on Wednesday. Thursday's temperatures will peak back into the 80s with a 50% chance of rain, and on Friday we'll be back in the 70s and lows in 60s. Your entertainment corner is up next.
Hello, I'm Roxana Diaz, and this is your Entertainment Corner. Las Vegas had their first Sphere venue debut, a series of 25 concerts that would take place in the venue built around the Irish band's landmark 1991 album. It is described as a giant planetarium and feels like a VR experience. Drake released a new album titled All the Dogs with features from Tezo, Touchdown, 21 Savage, J. Cole, Yeet, SZA, Party Next Door, Chief Keef, Bad Bunny, and Lil Yachty. Fan favorites are first-person shooter members only Virginia Beach, Bahama Promises, and 8 AM in Charlotte. Nostalgia, Rod Wave's new album, opens with the equivalent of 137,000 sales in the United States, beating Olivia Rodrigo's hit LP Guts by a few thousand, bumping it to second place after 1 week at the top. In its opening weekend, the pop singer's concert film Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour ranked in about 96 million in the box office in the United States Canada movie theater chain AMC said Sunday. That makes it the highest grossing concert film domestically for an opening weekend. Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, releases October 20th, based on the 2017 book of the same name by David Grant that chronologued a true story of onstage Indians being systematically murdered in the 1920s. Travis Scott takes his #1 album, Utopia, on tour. Travis Scott's Circus Maximus tour kicked off October 11th at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. He performed in Dallas at the American Airlines Center October 17th and October 18th for the opening of the tour. Last night, Travis Scott brought out Offset, a former member of Migos, and performed Bad and Bougie together. The tour includes 39 shows, including New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, and many more cities. The set list for the shows was also released and included 25 songs from his album, Utopia, Astroworld, and Rodeo. Well, that's all I have for entertainment. Kinsley Staton has your sports report next.
Hello, I'm Kinsley Staton, and this is your sports report. The Red Oak tennis team played DeSoto and won 16-3. This was the final game of the fall season. 2 players qualified. The district team wished them good luck.
How are you doing today, guys? My name is Coach Jonathan Dingle. I'm the varsity tennis coach here at Red Oak High School. We have a great team. We have some great players that have really been putting in the work to do something special, and we're really excited about transforming what Red Oak Hawk tennis looks like in the future.
I feel it's probably one of our best seasons we've had since I've been here. Thanks to the wonderful coaching of Jonathan Dingle.
I feel pretty good. I wish we could have done better and made district, but I think we played pretty well this season.
I feel like we had a good season, better than last year.
So I'm excited about this season. We have grown, our schedule has gotten better, our team has gotten better since last year. Currently we're 3-4, but our record is way better than it was last year. We've had some obstacles, but our team has been strong, they have been persistent, and I know that we have something that we can build on.
This season was definitely better than the last 3 I've had. I can thank our new coach for that. So.
I feel like we played pretty well this season. It was fun, especially for senior year. We could have played a lot better, but there's always tournament season.
I feel like this season has been a success. Our record is better than it was last year. We have overcome tons of obstacles with people quitting and then adding new, stronger faces in. Our seniors stepping up and really making sure that they led the team charge, and our underclassmen coming in, putting in the work, and transforming their games. I'm excited about the season. Now, our record will be getting better and we will be building onto it, so we're not satisfied. This is just the beginning, but I am excited for the strides that we've been making.
I could have played a lot better, but I feel like I improved a lot.
Yes and no. I feel like I've done better than last year, but no, I feel like I could have done better.
Yes, I am definitely happy with my performance this year. Last year was definitely an improvement on my skills, and my improvement of skills from last year definitely came into play this year a lot.
I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I went 6-1 the best record on the team.
For the tournament season, we're definitely going to improve on our footwork, on our attention to detail when it comes to the fundamentals, shot selection, and what we're also going to improve on is how to handle the pressure moments. You know, being in practice and being in the game is a completely different thing, so making sure that our team is better prepared for the pressure that we go under.
I think we could get better at just consistency and being able to be aggressive at the net and at points, because we were playing kind of passive against the teams.
I feel like we just need to improve how we play. We play pretty well though, just improve on winning over points.
I think we could just have more fun.
The most challenging part of the season would be, I would say, in the beginning. You know, we didn't come in as hot as we could have because of the summertime. So getting the rust off in the beginning of the season was the most challenging thing. But once everybody got back in shape and really started putting in the work, everything picked up from there. So that's what I would say would be the toughest part.
Probably playing Ennis. It was a hot day, very long.
Most challenging part of the season was, I would say, basically, like I said, doubles matches. Because not only do you have to rely on your partner, but you also have to rely on yourself. And you also have to rely on your partner to rely on you. So it's a lot of pressure, more than singles, but we worked through it.
The Red Oak Hawks varsity football team remains undefeated after a three-game stretch in October that included Hawks' homecoming game. On September 29th, the Hawks played Killeen against Shoemaker Wolves. Despite the struggles throughout the game, the defense stifled the Wolves and the Hawks won the game 19-16. On October 6th, the Hawks played the Waco Lions for their big homecoming game, and the Hawks cruised their way through a 63-7 victory in front of the homecoming crowd. On October 13th, the Hawks traveled to Cleburne to play the Yellow Jackets. The Hawks offense continued to hum against the Yellow Jackets, and the Hawks won 35-10. The Hawks are currently 7-0 and 5-0 in district. The Hawks will play at home this Friday against the Killeen Kangaroos. On September 26th, the Lady Hawks played against Ennis. The Lady Hawks lost their first two sets, 13-25 and 16-25. But in the third set, the Lady Hawks turned the match around, winning the next three sets and won the match 3-2. On the September 29th, the Lady Hawks won in a dominant fashion against Corsicana 3-0. On October 3rd, the Lady Hawks lost their match against Forney 3-2. The Lady Hawks were back and forth in the match, losing the first set, then winning the next two sets. Before losing the final two sets on October 6th, the Lady Hawks played against Lancaster. The Lady Hawks lost their first set 23-25 before winning the next two sets 25-22. And the 25-13, dropping the fourth set 25-27, and the final set they won 15-9 to win the set 3-2. On October 10th, the Lady Hawks played against Terrell in another dominant performance, winning 3-0. On October 13th, the Lady Hawks played against Crandall and won 3-0. On the first set, they won 29-27. On the second set, they won 25-12. And on the final set, they won 25-22. Make sure you go support the Lady Hawks this Friday night at home as they play against Ennis in a big district game at 5:30. Our local Texas Rangers are currently in American League Championship Series. The Rangers are playing against Houston Astros, and despite an 8-5 loss on Wednesday, the Rangers lead the series 2-1 after a 2-0 win in the game in a 5-4 win game 2. Well, that's all I have for your sports report, but don't go away. The Hawks will be right back.
Thank you for watching Hawk News,
where it's your campus, your news.